What drove me to want to keep sharing my story was the fact that my silence made him more arrogant. We were all kind of afraid to come forward and talk about our stories. He knew that, so it kind of made his ego a little bigger to keep it going and going and going and going. And that's the reason he's gotten away with it, because we were all afraid.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
My name is Geronda Pace, and I was in a relationship with R. Kelly when I was 16 years old.
I am Drea Kelly. I'm actually R. Kelly's ex-wife.
My full name is Kitty Jones. I am an ex-girlfriend of Robert Kelly.
My name is Angelo Clary. I'm the father of Azriel Clary. My daughter is currently still with R. Kelly.
It wasn't an easy decision to participate in this documentary simply because I have children. I wear the hat of the victim, but I also wear the hat of a mother whose father is the man who is the center of this storm. Robert was controlling from what I would wear, when you would wear it, who could speak to me. Like walking into the studio, literally the engineers had to look at their feet. And he would let them know, don't look at my wife, don't look her in her face, there's no reason for you. Look, he wouldn't let me speak to them.
You shouldn't wear that. Did anyone talk to you on the way here? Don't look guys in the eye, don't speak to them. Look down, turn your face against the wall.
Hummers used to be a thing that would trigger me because that was the first time that I really thought that man was going to kill me, and it was in the backseat of a Hummer. So it would be a thing sometimes when Hummers would come by, I would shake, I would get nervous, I couldn't breathe because I thought this Hummer is gonna eventually be my casket, like he's gonna kill me in the back of this Hummer.
The heated arguments was something that was a bit alarming. If I didn't want to do something, he would get extremely upset and it'd become heated. Then over time, it progressed to, okay, now I'm not going to yell at her anymore, I'm going to slap her. So he would just slap me, and that was too, I don't want. I can't talk about it. It's just too hard.
People think when you come forward, that's it. You're still dealing with living it. Every time you're describing incidents that happen, you're picturing yourself getting hit. You can feel that. You can smell his hand. You can remember the cologne that he was wearing that day. It's frightening.
From me sitting and spending time with all the victims, I can assume what's happening because their stories tell me what my daughter's going through, because she wouldn't be an exception to the rule. And I can only pray that she's not having to go through half of the things that I've already heard. To have a man to take your 17-year-old child, stripper, from that young adulthood to not spend 18 home, 19 home, 20, and now we going on 21 with our family, that makes no sense to me.
I believe he haven't faced any consequences because all of his victims are women of color. And we are always pushed to the back. You know, we're always put on the back burner. And this is something that we normally don't talk about within the Black community.
It's a protective thing, you know. I think overall for Black women to be protective over Black men, but who's protecting us? I don't even care about an apology at this point. I just, you know, turn your life over and get some help and admit that you've done these things and stop making us out to be, you know, groupies and gold diggers just to mask what you've done.
I would hope that people would look at this documentary and know this isn't the R. Kelly witch hunt. This isn't about going out and attacking him. This is about supporting these women. Within that man, there is a monster. And you're so caught up in that celebrity that you're not realizing lives are in jeopardy.
At the end of the day, this guy that makes this great music is abusing women.